Welcome back to YuGiOh Mastered. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I want to tell you guys something about myself. I love zombies. Zombies are cool. Not like rotting corpse zombies, just like literal physically dead Walking Dead zombies, which shouldn't exist because I'm not even going to bother with that. Screw the Walking Dead. But I mean like magic zombies, like Eldritch, COD zombies, Vendread. And Vendread is also just freaking cool. Why? Let me show you why. Cause he's fucking Spider-Man. That's why. Revendread Slayer is fucking, well, he's not fucking, I mean, I don't know what he's he is Spider-Man. He's the superior, Spider-Man Supreme, that's the one. Which is my favorite Spider-Man iteration that isn't just like a normal Peter Parker. I adore this guy, he's cool. Cool zombies doing magic shit, ritual summoning cards. I like this. It's a really fun deck. This deck is so cool. These Vendread monsters on the field, if they're used for ritual summon, once per turn that monster used for the ritual summon while this card is on the field gains the following effects. This banish a special summon monster my opponent controls. Banish a spell and trap my opponent controls. Quick effects, all that nonsense. There are other ones too, such as whenever your opponent monster is destroyed by battle with this card, it banishes it instead, or your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, which is actually really nice. But like, who cares? Actually, Core is really cool if I have Executioner or Executor, because Executor already makes it so other cards cannot be targeted by card effects. So if I have Core on Executor, they just can't target anything I control, and it's a really cool lock. And it's also just 3,000 attack, which is fairly beefy. Plus, I can protect it from being destroyed because it's considered Revendread Slayer. So it's like really cool. Vendread's cool. I like the cards. This is not the finished deck, honestly. If I were to change anything, I mean, Maxis would be banned. If I were to play this in real life, I wouldn't play the 3 Maxis. It would be 3 Ghost Bells, and I probably wouldn't play either Diviner or the Arclights in the extra deck, and those would be 3 Ash and 3, actually, I guess it would just be 3 Ash and the 3 Ghost Bell there. And then probably a second, probably a second Vendread Reorigin, because it's actually a pretty nice card. It's a tribute. It allows me to special summon a token, so it gives me the opportunity to go into more things. But Diviner's a good starting point because it's on normal summon, but I think Uni Zombie's just better because getting more zombies on my field is just a really good thing. Otherwise, I'm actually very happy with this deck. It's taken a lot of testing, but I think this is probably the best I can get it to, unless I were to add another Diviner and take out Called By, or even Reorigin. I'm not really sure what I'd do, but there's a lot more you could do, I suppose. There's incantation versions. I've seen people do an elemental hero version. I don't really know how they did that. I don't get it, but it is cool. So that being said, let's go straight over to those matches that I have for you guys, because I want you to see the cool shit that I was able to pull off. I also want it to be known that I climbed from like Silver 2 all the way to Gold 1 using Vendread only, and it's been a lot of fun actually. Opponents playing Plunder Patrol. I don't really understand what Plunder Patrol did. They make an Xyz, set a card, and pass. It doesn't seem like good, but I mean, the Xyz can protect itself, so it is what it is. This hand, not good. Pre-prep is nice, but if they ash it, I'm dead. It's not a good hand. Luckily, I drew into my Vendread Core, and they don't ash the pre-preparation of rights, they simply max C. That sucks, but I mean, okay, that's fine by me. Pre-preparation of rights, we will add a Ravenous Vendread, and a Revendread Scavenger. That's going to allow us to normal summon Core, use the effect of Ravenous Vendread to ritual summon after special summoning 1 Vendread from my deck, so I'll summon out Scar of the Vendread. Then that will then allow me to then use these 2 to tribute into my Vendread Battle Lord from my hand. He cannot be targeted with card effects. When Scar of the Vendread is sent to the graveyard, once per turn adds a Vendread spell or trap, but he has the Ash, which sucks because that means that he drew into the Ash off of my special summon there, so it is what it is. That gets negated. I just go into battle phase, waste 1 of the materials on this, and then cool. Pass my turn. Oh, actually, I forgot that I special summoned Vendread Core there. That's a really dumb play. I could have just waited. But I guess it gives me a body on the field? I don't know why I did that. Because all they have to, yeah, they just target and banished. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. He has battle phase. He uses the effect, or he tries to attack me with Plunder Patrol Ship Run. Algol Mazera. When a zombie monster I control gets destroyed by battle, the card effect banish from my hand or graveyard instead. And then if this card is banished from the hand or graveyard, special summon this card in defense position, then you can reduce its level by 1. This does not always activate for some reason. I don't know why the special summon doesn't always activate, but it doesn't sometimes. It does here, luckily, but like I have played so many matches of Vendread over the past like week, it doesn't activate more than like 3% of the time. I don't get it. Anyways, Revendred Slayer is actually a pretty nice draw. Use the effect of Vendred Battlelord. I can banish one Vendred card from my graveyard, and then I declare either monsters, spell, or traps, and my opponent cannot activate cards or effects with that same type for the rest of the turn. Very nice lingering floodgate effect. He uses the effect of Redbeard in response, and then chains Maxi. That sucks, but it is alright. At least I was forcing him to play what he has now. That means that I can destroy his cards and he won't be able to stop me from destroying it. Use pre-preparation of frights, add Revendred Origin and my Revendred Slayer. Link the two off to go into Avenged Savior, which I thought had an animation. I don't know why I thought that. Use the effect of Battlelord on Send to the Grave to add one monster, or send one monster from deck to the graveyard? Yeah, add one ritual monster from deck to hand, send a Avenged monster from deck to grave. He activates Called By. That kind of sucks, is what it is. I activate Revendred Origin, allow me to ritual summon using monsters from hand to field. I target Revendred Scavenger by using Revendred Slayer. Tribute Revendred Scavenger using Revendred Slayer. Use the effect of Avenged Savior, allow me to add Revendred Origin back to my hand, not a once per turn. So now I just ritual summon again, targeting the Revendred Scavenger in my graveyard to special summon out Revendred Scavenger. Woo! Now that both of them have been ritual summoned, this can bring itself back as long as I control a Revendred Slayer. Tribute discard. This card's effect activates, adding a Vendred ritual spell and setting one Vendred card from my deck to grave. Activating the effect of Revenge Scarf of Vendred. Vendred Charge appears. Vendred Charge effect, sending Revendred Savior, special summoning out Hound Horde. Activate Ravenous Vendred, allow me to special summon a Vendred monster, and then allows me to ritual summon using monsters from my graveyard, so long as I use monsters I control. Special summon out Revendred Slayer again, but this time he has the effect of Hound Horde and Revenants, meaning that once per turn, quick effect, I can banish one monster my opponent controls, and then as another effect, quick effect, I can banish one spell or trap my opponent controls. One special summon monster my opponent controls, one spell or trap my opponent controls. I don't know if I just said that. I activate both effect, targeting this and targeting this. This special summons because a monster on my field was tributed, allowing me to banish a Vendred monster from grave or zombie monster from grave, and then special summon him out, which is pretty nice because it's a target for Revendred Scavenger on my opponent's turn. Go battle phase, use the effect of Revendred Slayer or Revendred Savior, sending one zombie monster from deck to grave, and then my opponent loses attack equal to the level of the monster times 200. I don't really know why this works, considering I stopped him from being able to activate monster cards for the turn. I guess it's not an effect. I don't really understand it, but I mean, it is what it is. I guess it's not an activated effect, is what it is. Effect of Revendred Savior to banish a zombie monster, gain 300 attack permanently. Discard Revendred attacks as well, getting rid of the last equip spell, and then this to wipe the field. Pretty nice situation I'm in. Now, if you read this card, you can see something cool. If this card's name becomes Revendred Slayer while on the field, you can only use each of the following effects of Revendred Savior once per turn. I misunderstood that. I forgot how soft once per turns work, where it's like, once per turn, you can do this. Not, you can only do this once per turn. That's the difference between a soft once per turn, which means it's once per turn for that monster, and a hard once per turn, which means once per turn of that effect entirely. So I thought I could summon this one out using those cards, and then add something like Ravenous Vendred or Vendred Charge back from my deck to my hand. Sucks that I can't, but it is what it is. I do still have the effect of Algol Mazera in my grave here, though. So if a card would be destroyed, I can banish Algol instead. Pot of Avarice to shuffle 5 back in. Banish the field spell so it can't get activated. Use this effect. Xyz summons into Mork. Use effect Banish Mork. Mork is an annoying stall card. This is actually kind of a nice board for them. Immediately after draw, they activate Plunder Patrol Party, which is based on equip cards. I saw this and I'm like, oh, I can't really get rid of the equip cards. I could have just got rid of the monster. I could have just used this, banish the special summon monster. It would have been so easy to use. But no, you got to do a bunch of nonsense. Because I'm stupid. I use this effect, targeting Scar of the Vendred, and they immediately surrender, which, I mean, fair play. Vendred's really cool. There's a lot of potential with this deck. It can do a lot of stuff, and it can hold its own against a fair bit. I've won against a few tier limits. You can't win against Fluenderies. I've won against a few branded players. Bystials are really rough, though, because banishing those zombie monsters from your grave is just pretty much instant death if you can't have a ritual monster in your graveyard. Not a bad hand. However, like I said in the last duel, if you can't have ritual monsters in your graveyard, you straight up lose. Look at this, bro. Bro just played Dimensional Fissure, and that single card counters my whole deck. The entire thing. I activate Pre-Preparation of Rites. Add a ritual spell and a ritual monster. He activates Ash. Ash goes to banish. I remember sitting here for like a minute, confused as fuck as to why I couldn't called by the card, not realizing, oh, Ash got banished. It's not engraved. It's not engraved. It hurt my soul. That means that I have 2 cards on field, Called by the Grave and Revenge and Reorigin. No monster is going to the grave because any monster that would go to the graveyard is banished instead. It sucks. Dimensional Fissure sucks. I hate this card. I can't explain how many people I played that day playing this card. I think there were like 6 matches where people were playing Dimensional Fissure, and I don't get it. There were just so many, and it was entirely unplayable. I can't even activate Vendread Charge because it has to go to the graveyard. The entire deck works around having access to a graveyard, so having stuff like Dimensional Fissure, it's death. Oh, I got an Ash Blossom. Cool, I can stop my opponent from playing something. I still have the ability to tribute a monster they control and special summon a token, so that puts me in an okay position. Bro's playing Magistus, so I said, fuck you, you're not equipping anything. Give me your monster. No monster for you, nerd. Get out of my face. And I summon a token. He ends his turn. I have nothing on field. I still can't do anything. I normal summon my Scar of the Vendread by tributing. That's the best I could do. We are now on turn 9. Then he's playing Exo Sisters. What do I do against that? I said Hound Horde. I go for an attack. He gets an Xyz monster out. Because Exo Sisters need to play Dimensional Fissure. For what reason? Bro, you don't get it. For what reason? Exo Sister Michaelis comes out. Or Michaelis, however you want to say it. And that's it for me. I literally don't have a single card that can out that at that point. Technically not true. I didn't have a way to go into level 12, but I could have played Ash Blossom and gone into one of my synchros. I think I have a level. Is there a level 9 dragon synchro? There might be a level 9 dragon synchro. It might not have been in my deck yet because I was still editing the deck after every duel that I played. But there was technically still opportunities or avenues of play there, just not one that I really could have gone into and was able to think about at the time. Now, if you see this little background right here, this Madolche, whatever you want, I'm pretty sure this is the Madolche. If you play the Madolche cards, the Madolche field, well, if you play the Madolche cards, you're a pedophile. But if you play the Madolche field, you're a bad person who's playing something entirely unfun. And this reigns true. I guarantee in every video you've seen, there's never been a person playing a fun deck while using the Madolche field. However, they send Kelback, which means that they can mill more cards. That sucks for me, so let's play Maxi. Response, pussy, do it. Do it, I dare you. I dare you. Respond. No respond, of course. Send the top 5 cards in my deck to the graveyard, which is actually kind of fine for Vendread. Getting more things in the graveyard is fine. Scar of the Vendread gets sent, I add a Vendread spell. Revenged Origin gets sent, I then have the ability to protect a Revenged Slayer from destruction. If my ritual monsters get sent, cool, I have ritual monsters engraved, fuck yeah. The only zombie monster I really don't want there is probably this one right here, actually. Vendread Revenants, the only way it special summons itself is by being destroyed by a card or battle, which kind of sucks. I want this to have on my field so I can get out the Banish a monster effect, but not a bad set of cards. Then because he's playing Tearlaments, he fusion summons into Kitkalos, but under Maxi, what are you going to do? You're going to send another card to your graveyard? You probably should have, so you could have fusion summoned into something else, like Rulkalos, which would have actually won you the game because it would have stopped you from special summoning, but I mean, hey, you're just stupid. Tournament players never use Rulkalos for some reason. Activate Vendread Knights. Discard 1 Vendread card from hand to graveyard. Add Vendread Revenants. Vendread Charge effect. Activate the effect of Vendread Charge. Sending Scavenger, special summoning my core. He's playing Bestial, so he's banishing my ritual monster right there. My Vendread Scavenger to special summon Saronir. However, I still have Revenged Executor in my graveyard, which is a damn nice card right there. Like I told you earlier, Vendread Core plus Executor doesn't mean anything for my opponent. They can't beat it. Then Ravenous Vendread, ritual summoning 1 ritual monster from my graveyard using monsters I control after special summoning 1 from the deck. So we'll special summon Hound Horde, meaning I can quick effect banish a spell and trap, quick effect banish a monster, and my card cannot be targeted. Isn't that just amazing? Tribute the 3, special summon, Executor. Oh, I love Vendread. Vendread is so cool. Boom! This card wins games. He's on the field. Scar of the Vendread effect activates because a monster I control was distributed. Banishing your Vendread Revenants. Effect to banish their Kit Colosse. And upon resolution, what do we have? Other than a Scar of the Vendread and an Executor, and a Surrendering Tearlaments player. Stop playing Tearlaments. It's a shit deck. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you've all had a wonderful day. If you haven't, there's always the rest of your day. There's always tomorrow, day after that, so on and so forth. Things don't get better unless you let them, so give yourself time and things will improve. I promise. Vendreads are so cool, man. Edgy zombie Spider-Man is just the coolest fucking thing. I fell in love with them when I saw them. They're just so damn cool. I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Edgy Spider-Man's just so fucking cool. I love it so much.